you know what? Let's continue because there's one part that I do want to get through, which will be partially educational for you guys and also just enjoyable for me. Anyway.
Sama.
Damn, he called her a bastard using Kisama? Wow. Anyway, honorifics aside. Also, I do have to warn you, we're gonna have some, like, there are two top things that Okabe should never have ever done. That, not in the context of, like, he'll regret this later, but more of, he should just never have done that. This is the second one. The first one will come in, the number one worst thing that he should have never done will happen way later on, but just a little fair warning for you guys.
貴様は死んだはずだ。なぜここに。しかも。
There isn't a single bloodstain on her clothes, and they're the same one she was wearing when I found her. And also the same one she'll constantly be wearing a lot. You can't judge Okabe for wearing a fucking lab coat the whole time when you wear the same things as well. Only a serious wound could have produced that much blood. Yet as far as I can tell, she's completely uninjured.
無傷。
I realize that I'm gasping in disbelief.
何なの？
無事だったのか。怪我は平気なのか。いや、そんなはずはない。マキタクリスは何者かに刺されて血まみれで。
ちょっと勝手に殺さないでくれますか？私ピンピンしてますんで。
Is she an illusion? No, an evil spirit? Whoa, wait. Hey, Tex, come back. No, an evil spirit? Am I haunted? I don't believe in such unscientific drivel. I am a mad scientist. Feels silky. Quite the cuticles.
ある。実体がある。やはり幽霊だというのは考えすぎか。
Her skin's so soft, so alive. Dead bodies don't feel like this. Not that I've ever touched one.
オカリン、まずくね。
おい。己は警察に突き出されたいのか？
俺は真実を知りたいだけだ。
That's right. She was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds. This requires further investigation. I grabbed the helm of her jacket, pull it aside, and take a good look at her chest.
何が真実よ、この変態！バカなの？死ぬの？
ルイスちゃんの名台詞。来たこれ。
I hope you guys are realizing the one thing two things that Okabe should never have done. This is the second worst thing he could do in this entire thing. Anyway, Louis-chan, the main heroine of an anime, The Familiar of 10, a tsundere. Her voice actress is the Queen of Tsundere. I'm not gonna read the rest of that. I'm gonna laugh too much from that.
俺は確かに見たのだ。
Earlier this afternoon, after Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, someone killed Makise Kurisu and left her in a pool of blood. I carefully explained everything I saw.
ドクター中鉢。
オカリン何言ってるん？中鉢の発表会なら中止になったじゃん。
中止？
そう、人工衛星の墜落で。
Something's wrong. Our stories aren't matching. It's the same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance. Mayuri's story didn't match mine. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy?
ねえ、ちょっとあなた。
我が名は法院京馬だ。
違うよ、全然違うよ。
法院さん、今の話詳しく教えてほしいんですが。
Oh, that is going to piss me off. We are gonna use the honorifics. Damn it, translation, stick to one. Honorifics. Japanese employs a system of name suffix that define the speaker's relationship to the addressee. The common honorifics are as follows. For any of you who are really curious, san, the most common honorific used with stranger people of equal status and in general whenever one needs to be polite. When used after the given name, Kiyoma-san, it indicates a closer relationship. Kun, an informal name suffix generally used for male friends or male subordinates, also used by males towards female subordinates in professional environments. Chan, a diminutive suffix that indicates high affection, usually used for small children, young girls, or between close female friends. Dan, an even more diminutive version of the suffix chan. Oh, I'm glad they're giving this to me. Most often used for fictional characters, especially I can never say this word completely. Anthropomorphizations for added cuteness. She, a literary honorific generally used by formal publications such as newspapers. Some otakus, such as Daru, use she regularly. Can't speak. Looks like she finally understands I'm not lying. But I still don't understand why my memory don't match everyone else's. I doubt that I can give her a good explanation.
マキセさん、そろそろ時間ですし、始めましょう。
はい。
Kurisu glanced at me one more time. Then sighs and heads toward the small conference room.
オカリン、とりあえず僕らも行こうぜ。
Okay, come on. You can at least associate Chan with like a feminine kind of suffix. Oh my god, you're calling an old man. Though actually you can call old people Chan, and the reason why is because you can kind of go like OG Chan, which means old man, basically. OG. And you can just add Chan to them because they're old. It kind of like a sweeter version of saying old person, kind of. But it's also diminutive.
行くとはどういう意味だ？
講義を聞きに来たんだろう？
That. Did she come to attend the lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius, Makise Kurisu, need to attend a lecture like this? Okay, my guess was a bit off. The genius girl didn't come to attend this lecture.
今日は私のような若輩者の話を聞きに来てくださってありがとう。
講義をする方だったのか。
Japan's famous genius girl, Makise Kurusu, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. Oh, wow. I first heard about her when Daru pointed her out in a gossip magazine article.
こういうのは初めてなの。
Huh? Wait. Hold on. Something weird.
こういうのは初めてなので緊張してますが、ガチガチなのは多めに見てください。どうぞよろしく。
Okay, why did most of that audio clip just die? Oh well. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but there are also a couple of professors. And Kurusu just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? When I stare back at her, she quickly looks away. I don't care if she's a genius or whatever. I still don't like her. Does clap sound like rapper B? She may have these people fooled with her timid girl act, but I learned at Radio Kaiken how cunning and aggressive she really is. What the fuck? Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct.
今回タイムマシーンをテーマに話してほしいと言われまして、正直専門外なのですが、頑張って話してみようと思います。
ほう、タイムマシンか。
最初に結論を言ってしまうと、タイムマシンなんていうのはバカらしい代物だということです。
Hey, ready for 8th Attorney?
異議あり。タイムマシンが作れないと決めつけるのは早計だ。
オカリン、無茶しやがって。
An ATF staffer entered the room, ready to kick me out, but Kurusu stopped him. Perhaps I got too carried away. I wonder.
まあ、はい、いいですよ。ディスカッション形式の方が話も弾むでしょうし。
Actually, what she's actually saying is that it would be more enjoyable to do it in a discussion format. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrained from escorting me out. And now all these people are looking at me. She sounds a little pissed, but let's not mind that.
でもその前に、私の考えを話させてください。これまで世界中の科学者たちがタイムトラベルについての理論を提唱してきました。主な理論だけでも11に及びます。
Guys, ready to get educated? What are the major theories of time travel again? I've heard about the cosmic string theory, at least.
中性子星理論、ブラックホール理論、高速理論、タキオン理論、ワームホール理論、エキゾチック物質理論、宇宙ひも理論、量子重力理論、セシウムレーザー光理論、素粒子リングレーザー理論、ディラック反粒子理論。
Not bad. Perhaps Makise Kurusu is a worthy rival after all.
でも、それらの理論はいずれも仮説の域を出ません。場合によっては、11個の中の別の理論によって否定されているものさえある。
では、12番目の理論が発見されたとしたらどうかな。
そうですね。それは13番目の理論によって否定されるかもしれませんね。
Accursed girl. I didn't expect that she would twist my question and use it against me. All of a sudden, I can feel everyone's eyes on me. It's risky to be conspicuous, so I probably shouldn't get too carried away.
ちなみに、未来へのタイムトラベルなら今すぐにでも可能ですよ。アインシュタインの相対性理論によればね。
Alright, just for you guys a little quickly, if you guys don't remember this. The theory of relativity referred to both Einstein's special theory of relativity published in 1905 and his general theory of relativity published in 1916. Represented by the famous equation E equals mc squared, the special theory of relativity is defined by the following axioms. Object cannot travel faster than the speed of light. As velocity approaches the speed of light, the passage of time approaches zero. As velocity approaches the speed of light, length approaches zero. As velocity approaches the speed of light, mass approaches infinity. The general theory of relativity adds the following axioms. In the presence of large gravitational fields, the passage of time slows down. In the presence of large gravitational fields, space curves. In the presence of large gravitational fields, mass increases. They used a lot of big words just to actually explain what that meant, and I'm so sorry. Anyway.
例えば、今すぐ羽田空港に行って、そこから沖縄行きあたりの飛行機に乗ればいい。目的地に降り立った時、その人は10億分の1秒くらい私より未来に進んでいる。
What does that mean?
移動する速さが高速に近づけば近づくほど時間は遅く流れる。それが相対性理論ですから。極論を言えば、光と同じほどの速さで走ることができたら、流れる時間はその人だけ半分になるわけで、24時間その速度で走り続ければ、周囲では48時間が経ったことになるから、丸1日分未来へ飛んだことになるんですよ。法王院京馬さん。
I'm gonna enjoy that a lot. Every time she said, "Oh," and then it's gonna be very fun. Why are you singling me out?
では過去には行けるのかな。
過去にだって今すぐ行けますよ。夜になったら望遠鏡で空を覗いてみてください。何万年も前の光を見ることができるでしょ。まあ、今までのは前置き。
I hope you get ready for an entire lecture.
例えば実際に皆さんが体ごと過去や未来へ行くことができるようなタイムマシンを作るには、まず何が必要か考えてみましょう。代表的なところだと宇宙紐理論かワームホール理論かな。宇宙紐というのは超巨大な質量を持つ紐みたいな形のひび割れです。
A string-shaped crevice. This must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist?
ひびの幅は素粒子と同じぐらいで、長さは最低でも銀河系と同じくらいと思っていただければいいです。
Okay, really quickly, gonna tell you what a elementary particle is. The smallest unit of matter. However, the definition of what constitutes an elementary particle is unclear. Certain elementary particles have a corresponding antiparticle with opposite charge.
これは巨大な質量であるがゆえに時空を歪める性質を持っているんです。その歪んだ時空を 紐を中心にあなたがぐるっと一周すると360度以内で回りきることができる。要するにワープみたいなことができるということ。これ時空の角度欠損って言います。角度欠損しているところを通過するとそこは欠損しちゃってますので通過時間は0になる。これを応用して宇宙紐が高速に近い速さで運動しているとき、相対性理論により宇宙紐の時間は周囲より遅くなるから、歪んでいる角度欠損の領域を通過すると本来0だった通過時間がマイナスになる。つまり通過後の方が過去になっているわけ。
I'm so sorry if you guys are not getting this, but I'm not gonna explain it because I don't feel like it.
で、2本の宇宙紐を使って空間欠損ジャンプを行い、元の地点まで周回するように戻ってくると、ちょうど周回を開始したのと同じ時間に戻ってくることができる。ざっくり言っちゃうと、それが宇宙紐理論によるタイムトラベルです。ちなみに誤解しないでほしいのは、宇宙紐理論は超紐理論とは別物ということです。
Okay, really quickly, super strings. Okay, the superstring theory. In physics, the theory that all matter in the universe is composed of strings, the vibrations of which manifest at the elementary particles. This theory, which posits 11 dimensions, is currently impossible to prove experimentally. However, it is said that if this theory is proven, it will explain all phenomenon from the birth and scope of the universe on a macro level to elementary particles like quarks and the micro level.
というわけで、宇宙紐理論で過去へ行くために用意するものは3つ。その1、宇宙紐。これは2つ必要です。ちなみに宇宙紐って生まれたばかりの宇宙にしかないという過程なので、探すのはかなり骨が折れるかも。その2、仮に宇宙紐を見つけてきたら、それを光に近い速さで運動させるためのエネルギーが必要です。銀河と同じ長さのひび割れを光並みに加速させるにはどのくらいのエネルギーがいるんでしょうね。少なくとも
Do we really have to explain gigawatts? Alright. 1.21 gigawatts. Because gigawatts is a really funny number. Gigo is just a funny, it's just a funny thing that exists. I just find it really funny that it exists. Originates from a 1980s trilogy of Hollywood movies about time machines and time paradox. In the first movie, the inventor of the time machine said that it needed 1.21 gigawatts of power to travel through time. In reality, the unit gigawatt doesn't exist. The scriptwriter made a spelling mistake. The correct unit is gigawatt. But occasionally, you will hear gigawatt in random places, and I still will find that oh so funny.
1.21 ジゴワット以上なのは確かです。
She's making jokes about these movies. I really find it funny. See, gigawatt already is something I find that I'm thinking very lewd about right now. Making a dumb joke about it. And you still want to say that Pharaoh is very lewd.
その3、宇宙紐があるところまで行って戻ってくるための宇宙船。タイムトラベルする人はこれに乗らないといけません。どうです、法王院さん。宇宙紐理論でのタイムトラベル、挑戦できると思いますか？
Like that's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me?
法王位さんは宇宙紐理論には挑戦したくないようですね。だったらもう一つ例に挙げたワームホール理論はどうです？こちらは宇宙
Oops.
ところで法王院さん、ワームホールってどんなものか知ってますか？
Oh my god. Fucking destroy him, Grease. Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered.
空間に開いた抜け道のようなものだろ
ね、そうです。2つの穴があって、それはトンネルでつながっている。トンネルは通過時間0で通り抜けられる。2つの穴がどれだけ離れていてもね。だけどここで残念なお知らせ。ワームホールのトンネルは超重力がかかっていて、開通すると同時に潰れちゃいます。だからかかる重力を無効化するために何らかの細工をしなくちゃダメなの。いわゆるエキゾチック物質。これはマイナスの重さを持つ物質で重力に反発するんです。
Negative mass, huh? Is it something that floats if you leave it on the ground? Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. Something like that existed. Well, mass takes up space, so this thing would kind of be... Oh my god, I really don't want to get into the explanation that I gave this. Never mind. Ignore that.
こうやってむぎゅーっとグーを作ってる状態がワームホールのトンネルです。ここを通るためには手の中に私が握ろうとする力に反発する何かを作ってむぎゅーっとできなくしないとダメということですね。エキゾチック物質を注入してワームホールを安定させれば瞬間移動は可能になります。でもタイムトラベルをするにはそこからもう一手間必要。ここでは仮にワームホールの入り口側の穴がこの秋葉原に、出口側にある穴がまず LA にある穴を
No, we're gonna repeat that.
光に近い速さで宇宙の果てまで飛ばしちゃってください。そして果てまで行ったらすぐに LA に引っ張り戻す。
This delay thing is really messing me up.
ここでは仮にワームホールの入り口側の穴がこの秋葉原に、出口側にある穴が LA にあるとしましょう。
Damn it, they do say only LA. How?
相対性理論により光の速さで動くと時間は遅く流れる。 LA に戻ってきた穴は秋葉原にある穴よりも過去にあるということになります。というわけでその状態で法王院さんがワームホールに飛び込んだら数年前の LA に行けるでしょう。でもこの時点ではまだタイムトラベルをしたことにはなりません。疑似的なタイムトラベルです。いわゆる浦島効果ね。
Okay, I don't remember this one, so... Tip time. The Urashima effect. In special relativity... Wow, I'm really good at English. Relativity. A phenomenon originating from the fact that time slowed down as an object approaches the speed of light. For example, imagine that an astronaut traveled to a nearby star and back at close to the speed of light. The trip might take a few years for the astronaut's perspective, but he would return to Earth to find that thousands of years have passed in his absence. It's pretty crazy. So what you're saying is that we need some worm to dig some holes in space? I see. Oh god, that's that reference. You know, that Star Trek thing of how the Enterprise moves might actually be correct.
重要なのはこの後 LA から秋葉原にもう一度ワームホールを通って戻ること。そうするとその法王院さんは数年前の秋葉原に戻ってくるわけです。これでタイムトラベルは完了。ワームホール理論に必要なものは宇宙紐より楽ですよ。その1、ワームホールそのもの。この宇宙のどこかにもしかしたらあるかもしれません。見つけた人はまだ誰もいませんが。その2、ワームホールの穴を光並みの速さで宇宙の果てまで往復させることのできるエネルギー。その3、エキゾチック物質。ちなみにこれ実在は確認されてません。
So implementation of either one would require a ridiculous amount of effort, and incorporating them into time travel, into a time machine is even more unattainable.
バカらしいと最初に言った理由は分かってもらえましたか？タイムトラベルの理論はどれも思考実験です。それらの理論からでは実際にタイムマシンを作ることはできないということ。それが私からの回答です。結局現代の物理学じゃそこが限界。10年後にはどうなってるか分かりませんが。それに仮にもっと簡単に過去へ行ける方法が発見されたとしても実際に行けるとは限らない。因果率に関する根本的な問題が解決されていませんから。
The principle of causality, a scientific and philosophical principle that states that every event has a cause, and it is by that cause that the effect is produced. The theory of relativity, why do I keep saying it like that? Relativity is founded upon the principle. However, quantum physics have observed micro-scale phenomena that do not appear to obey the principle of causality. I feel like they're talking about light. Anyway.
タイムパラドックス。質量保存の法則？
The mass of the entire universe is constant. If a time machine traveled from the future to the past, there would suddenly be extra mass of a time machine and its pilot into the past. I remember reading a book, not a terribly reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. It didn't say what kind of danger, though.
質量保存の法則を宇宙のようなマクロレベル、あるいは原子や素粒子などのミクロレベルの仕組みに当てはめるのは誤りです。
What? Is that true? Ah, she's laughing at my reaction. That little. How mortifying.
あれは化学反応に対する法則でしかないから。現代物理学においては全く成立しない。
では何が問題となるのかね。
Okay, who is this other voice? Because it bothers me.
タイムパラドックスはタイムパラドックスでも親殺しのパラドックスの方です。
Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestor before you were born?
そのパラドックスの解が導き出されない限り、タイムトラベルは実現できない。絶対に。
殺さなければいいんじゃないの？
そんな単純な問題じゃありません。SF 映画と同じように考えるのはとても危険です。 あなたが消えるだけじゃ済まされない。
Really? It doesn't seem that dangerous.
矛盾が生じることは因果律の崩壊、相対性理論の崩壊、さらにはこの世のすべての物理法則の崩壊を意味するのよ。パラドックスは理論上の思考実験に過ぎない。現実に起きることはないし、起きてはいけないことなんです。だからたとえ 0.00001% でも起きる可能性のあるどんな行動も絶対に実行には移せない。そう考える方が自然じゃないですか？
I'm sorry. Every time they do that of the 0.0000001% chance. Every time they do it, they always say it like that, and it always sounds really funny to me.
多世界解釈や自己無矛盾の原理っていう抜け道もありますが、個人的にはファンタジーすぎると思うので認めたくないですね。
I grind my teeth. I look like I have no choice but to concede. Makise Kurisu truly is a genius. Hi, I'm sorry for putting you guys through an entire lecture on time travel, but I always enjoy those. It's really interesting. So if I go back in time and step on a germ, the universe ends. Well, there goes my plans for Sunday. Oh man, there's just like a lot of things to consider, and it's like, even this anime can't do even this series can't really do all the complete calculations and only give us ideas, but we'll get into that a bit later. But it's also just like, after thinking about the macro level, you have to think in the micro level, because like there's just a lot of stuff that can affect everything, like biologically speaking, since we have like all this bacteria that kind of just like coincides with us and actually helps us live, just there's just like a lot of things to consider, and this is also why I did not enjoy the end of Infinity War, because like you're killing half the universe, so that means half of like all bacteria and that kind of life died, and that could just lead to more deaths. So really, we really did kill more than half the universe. I will not remove my judgment on that, because we saw the helicopter crash and stuff. We saw what happened. I'm pretty sure a bunch more people died. And if you give me that goddamn crap about the entire universe knowing, oh, this is gonna happen and this is gonna happen, so the way so that way, not only do these people cease to exist, not only will we have these people cease to exist, but we'll also have some of these smaller other casualties caused by people suddenly ceasing to exist to become a complete half. I don't want to hear that bullshit. It's stupid. I really hate Thanos, okay? Anyway, wait, did I read the last line? Ah, okay. I ended up listening to all of Kurisu's lecture at ATF. After the two time travel theory she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture. So impressive that you wouldn't think it was an 18-year-old's first time. Exactly. There's just like a lot of factor to take into account, which is why I find time travel so fascinating when people put a huge amount of thought into it in the first place. The macro level is already a ridiculous thing to go through, and then when you start to go to the if shows and theories go to the micro level, then it gets even more interesting, because there's just a lot of thought of like what can happen, and while I can't really say this game series has gone to the micro level, it does do a huge amount of work on the macro level, and we're gonna really enjoy this. I really enjoy a lot of this. But yes, anyway. She did well to respond to my malicious question with sarcasm. She got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Damn it. They didn't do that. The scene is kind of funny in the anime because he gets like, nah! Oh, it's funny. I would throw the voice clip for that. Leaving that aside, I saw Maki say Kurisu dead. And yet she is alive. My memory don't mesh with reality. And not just my memories of Kurisu, but also my conversation with Mayuri. Daru too. Everything that happens in this reality stands in stark opposition to the world I remember. I'm pretty sure she was playing Dead by Daylight. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I saw was a dream, an illusion. It never happened. I mean, I guess, but that's not gonna stop this entire BS with Infinity Ward for me. It's just never gonna end for me. Ugh. I also just really think it's just not a good option to do a cliffhanger on like movies, because when you do like a huge major cliffhanger and end kind of on like this note of like whatever emotions I want to describe for how I felt at the end of that movie, I just find, like, not only is it a big risk, like, for Marvel, it's not too much of a big risk, for this one sense that I'm thinking of, because, Marvel is a huge company. Of course they'll have sequels, and of course they'll do well for, to do that, but, like, if any other movie series did that, it just wouldn't bode well, because, like, there's always the off chance that that movie won't do well, and if you leave it on, like, a cliffhanger like that, it just god-awful. It's like Halo 3, where they're just like, sir, finishing this mission, and it's just like, wait, what the fuck, and then we wait X amount of time. I just don't, like, it just did not really work for me. Like, I just didn't like how it ended on a cliffhanger like that. It's just like, I thought, here, what's this movie? You kill Tom Holland in, like, the most extra way possible. We watched him slowly, really, now, that just made me feel bad. We get through all of this, and then we just get Thanos smiling at the fucking sunset, and I'm like, oh, great. And while, yes, I did watch the end credit scene, that didn't make me feel any better, because then the helicopter crashed into the building, because that person ceased to exist, and that helicopter probably killed a bunch more people. It just irritated me. It just irritates me a lot. But that's just my opinion. And I will constantly state that as my opinion, because when people don't say that, then it's just like, ugh. Anyway, by the time I had snapped out of my internal monologue, Daru had wandered off. So be it. I need to focus on finding a way to discover the true cause of my contradicting memories anyway. This leaves me with no choice. I arrive at Yanabashi's shrine. I need to get exercised. Okay, but Star Trek is different. I I seriously doubt that Makise Kurisu at ATF would have goes. Regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese. It's in our blood. Yanabashi Shrine is located on the other side of Kanada River. To find it, enter the first side road after crossing Mansebashi Bridge. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with the surroundings multi-tenant buildings. Kind of Japanese words. Myojin. It's a more famous shrine in Akiba, but I deliberately choose this one. Ah! Ah! Oh no! Oh god. She alele. I had to repeat that voice clip because I started screaming the moment I heard that. Oh god. Oh my god. That happened. Oh my god, that is a straight up alele. And that's how you use an alele, guys. I swear. Stop using it in the wrong, stop using it wrongly. It's really irritating me. I'm not gonna change my regular alele. No, my ringtone is the Conan theme. I'm not gonna change my notification sound to that. It exists. I know about it now, and I'm probably not gonna let that go for a while. There are two girls standing in front of the main in front of the main building. One is Mayuri, and the other is docile-looking beauty wearing traditional Miko attire. Anyway, please don't spam the chat with alele, or I will get even more irritated. Also, I like how the globe spinning kind of reminds me of Wikipedia. Well, actually, yeah, they have the globe. Sometimes it's a square. I don't know why. Shrine maidens, priestess. In the Shinto religion, Miko typically dress in a white kimono with a red hakama, or skirt. The role it to assist my phone. The role it to assist priests while performing rituals and events. Let me check that. Oh, it's my best friend. Okay. Anyway. I can always never say the first name. Well, actually, it's the last name. Urushibara Luka. Actually, it's actually Ruka, but I guess the translator decided to stick with L this time around. I usually pick Ruka because L technically did not exist in Japanese. But yeah, I usually say Ruka, so if you hear me say Ruka, that's usually how it is. Anyway, the chief priest's son. Lovely in every way, but he's a guy.
Okabe-san, konnichiwa. I'm just not gonna talk about it. Anyway. Pedestrian haven. Some neighborhoods of Tokyo, such as Akihabara, close major streets on busy shopping days. This effectively turns the street into one big sidewalk, facilitating pedestrian access. We met when I rescued him from some aggressive photographers in Akiba's
pedestrian haven. It also so happened that Rukako and Mayuri are classmates. Wow, really? Really beeping noise. I learned that fact after I had gotten to know him.
用途さみだれはちゃんと使っているのか。
はい。
精神ざんまりを極めさえすれば、お前も己の内にある邪悪な炎に焼かれずに済む。
Demon Sword Samadera may be an imitation sword, but that is only the form it takes to hide from the world. When one worthy to wield it appears, it unleashes its true power.
岡部さんには感謝しています。
俺は岡部ではない。
おかりんだよ。
ごめんなさい、京馬さん。
分かればいいのだ。では合言葉を。
エルブサイコンガリ
違う、コンガリュウではなくコングルーだ。
エルブサイコングルー。これでいいですか？
Rukako smiles happily as I nod. Okay, here's a question for you guys in the chat. Why are you not questioning this trap? Why? Why are you not questioning it? Why are there no comments in this chat right now asking about why the fuck this is a trap? Why he looks so much like a girl? Why is there no question about this? I'm really bothered by this because I find this part really funny, and it gets certain people I know really irritated when this part happened, when they first went through Steins Gate. I'm very confused. Why didn't you comment about it? Yeah, this is Rukako, and if you're wondering the co-op part, I'm just rolling with it. It's 2019. It's seen it so often. Come on, though. This was a game in 2009. Man, you guys are no fun. Anyway, the core kind of is like that feminine kind of thing. I forgot the exact reason behind it, but like, he calls Rukako because of how feminine he looks, and so yeah, that's why it's like a joke on like being on how he looks very super feminine and even acts feminine. Anyway, Rukako, also fun fact, is voiced by Lucina. Oh boy. The effect is gone, Poke Girl. Even if that is a recent message that didn't get received by Twitch, it's anyway. So yeah, Rukako is voiced by the Japanese voice actress who does Lucina, and I find this extremely funny in Steins Gate 0. Outside Kanguru did not mean anything. It is a code word that you say. Something that you say in the bottom of your heart to reassure yourself. It is a code word that you will just say. It means nothing.
ありがとうございます。
美しい師弟関係だね。マユシーは不女子じゃないけど、ちょっとドキドキしてきちゃうよ。
Damn, we use the term Fujiyoshi. So, for you guys who don't know what a fujoshi is, a term for female otaku with a particular interest in yaoi. In other words, you know where I'm going with this. I'm not gonna say it out loud though. Yeah, fujoshi. Yes, a term for female otaku with a particular interest in yaoi or works of fiction that depict homosexual relationship between men. Did not apply to female otaku in general. The actual translation for this is like, disgusting girl or something like that. Man, I just had it in my head and now I forgot it. But like, its actual translation is pretty bad. Like what it composes of, like its actual meaning. But yeah, that term.
まゆりちゃん、変な想像しないで。
Jeez. Though we do have a master-disciple relationship.
それでなぜまゆりはここにいる？
ルカ君に会いに来たんだよ。来月のコミマでライネットのキラリちゃんコスをしてほしいってずっと頼んでるのにちっとも OK してくれないんだよ。
Oh, Mike, you came just a bit too late! No! You would have had a better reaction to Rukako finally showing up. Anyway, Kirari-chan is a fictional character from that Rainet thing that we talked about. The heroine of Rainet Kakeru. Her full name is Nishimura Kirari. I don't know why I like bit my tongue there. She's a smart and athletic girl in 5th grade. She is also cute and has a good personality. Basically the perfect girl. Basically marries you. Wait, what? Passionate about fashion. Hates mushrooms. Did not want to see that trap again. But he's a guy. Komima. Fictional. Comic Giga Market, a massive otaku event held twice a year at Tokyo Big Sight. Every Komima, thousands of artists gather to sell their creation, which range from erotic manga based on popular anime to original figures, music, and games. The next Komima will be held on August 15th. Yeah. That date will be important, I swear. You activated my trap card, you. Wait, what did you put in the AV room?
だってコスプレするなんて僕恥ずかしいよ。
でもルカ君は絶対似合うと思うんだ。こんな可愛い子が女の子のはずがないって大人気になるよ。ねえ、しようよ、コスプレデビュー。
Cosplay debut? Oh my god, she's so cute. Someone this cute can't be a girl. It is an unwritten rule to use this phrase whenever you see someone who looks like a cute girl but is either of unspecified gender or actually a boy. This expression is also used sarcastically with boyish-looking girls. Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare to see. It's rare for her to wear one herself. Instead, she seemed to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. And it looked like she'd chosen Rukako as her next target.
それよりルカ子よ。 俺がこの神社を訪ねたのは他でもない。お祓いを頼みたいのだが、やってもらえないだろうか。
Ah.
お祓いですか？だったらお父さんに。
あ、いや、そこまで大げさにしなくていい。気休めでいいのだ。
That's why I came here instead of Canada Shine. Kanda.
というわけで、例のあれを持ってこい。
例のあれと言いますと。
お祓いと言ったらあれに決まっている。
と
正式な名称はわからんが、棒に白い紙がふさふさとついていて、神主がわさわさと振るやつだ。
今のオカリンの説明ゆとりっ
Damn, Mayuri. Oh shit! No, 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 no! Why are they doing that?
俺は
Why are they doing that? Why did they do that?
お祓いを急げ。
Why are they doing that? Oh no, we ruined it. I didn't save anywhere, so I can't do that.
今のオカリンの説明ゆとりっ
Quite a shock to hear that from Mayuri.
俺に取り付いた悪霊が。沈まれ悪霊よ。急げルカコ。このままでは俺は乗っ取られる。
そんな岡部さんしっかりしてください。
俺は岡部さんではない。
すいません京馬さん。でも僕どうしたら。
この前教えた通りにやればいい。
はい。
頼む。悪霊を俺の中から追い出してくれ。
Reason told me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty, like I've made a frail girl cry. The voice of a girl, the mannerisms of a girl. More feminine than any girl I know. But he's a guy! Taller than Mayuri, yet oh so slender. But he's a guy! Looks stunning in Miko robes. But he's a guy! It's almost evening, yet still hot as hell outside. Yeah, I couldn't hold it in. Oh my god, I just like watch Mike's like messages. I love how it's like exactly in that lot, in those like increments in the anime that they did that. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Dad went in to check on. Hold on. Actually. Yeah, hold on. I hear something. Oh, stop. I don't trust the pipe system here. Okay, I'm really sorry. I did not trust the sound I was hearing. Anyway, yes, to recap, Okabe had gone to the shrine, and we meet, our friend Rukako, a very feminine-looking boy. And I put Mike through the entire situation of revealing that that is a, that is a guy. But he's a guy. Oh my god. Muting again. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was eating egg salad while I was waiting for my brother and dad to leave. When you tell me to look out for strange sounds, obviously I'm gonna look out for some strange sounds that I've never heard, and I've never heard that pipe hiss like that. That was concerning. Anyway, let it continue. But he's a guy!
大丈夫だ。悪霊は去ったようだ。よくやったな、ルカ子。
With a sigh of relief, I offer Rukako my thanks. I would say Lukako because I do make the Lucina joke a lot, but I really just prefer saying Rukako.
お役に立ててよかったです。
Is Mike still in the chat? Please tell me you got to hear that one last one. Rukako gave us some corn on a cob, and Mayuri and I left really now. And Mayuri and I left Yanabashi Shrine. And that egg salad is coming. Though this corn was originally sent to Rukako's home, Rukako offered to share it with the lab after it proved to be too much for her family to eat. We truly owe Ruka. Oh, that's really weird. Why did they remove the ko at the end? Whatever. We truly owe Rukako for providing us with these valuable supplies. Oh my god. Still fired up after Rukako's exorcism, Mayuri swung her bag of corn about like a sword. Not that I could blame her. I was excited myself. We tried taking a shortcut, but found our paths blocked off. Reasonable, I suppose, given that the bridge led to Radio Kaikan. With our progress halted, Mayuri takes out her pocket watch to check the time. Classy. It's a very old watch, not the sort you'd expect a high school girl to carry. Its name is Pockety. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri had carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure. If she's concerned about the time, it might mean she had to go to work soon. Without saying a word, I extend my hand to Mayuri, offering to take the corn back to the lab myself.
ありがとう。じゃあ、マユシーはこれからバイトだからもう行くね。
Also, just a heads up, I am going to probably split the stream highlights, mostly because I kind of feel like a 2-hour episode thing, kind of part thing would be pretty ideal. Also just because I feel like it's a good stopping point to just have like the stream stop at that one area where we find Kurisu, and that, yeah, I don't know why I'm discussing this on stream right now, but whatever.
マヨリー、お前はあの時ラジカンで男の悲鳴を聞いたよな。
悲鳴？それっていつのこと？
今日の昼だ。
聞いてないかな。
そうか。わかった。だったらいい。
変なおかり。
I returned to the lab to see a large, fearsome man standing out front. Oh boy. He's the workshop manager. Actually, the owner of this whole building at Tennoji Yugo. I call him Mr. Braun. And he really means Mr. Braun. It's a fitting name for someone who loves brawn tubes. No sooner had he caught my attention than an unfamiliar woman jumped out from the brawn tube workshop.
Oh. あれ
Who is this? And what sort of woman greets people like that?
天音鈴葉です
And after that nightmare of a greeting, she just introduces herself? Such bold behavior. Could she be an organization spy? Okay, why does he keep saying spy instead of agent? It's more funny when he says agent.
ああ、バイトの面接したいって子な。
バイトの面接だとこんな若い女性がこの新規臭くておしゃれ感ゼロで繁盛もしておらず無さいおっさんが店長のブラウン管工房にバイト希望だというのか
おめえ、来月から2階の家賃1000円増しな。
俺は事実を言ったまでですよ。もっとも部外者が口を出す問題ではないが、しかしブラウン管工房がバイトを募集していたとはな。この暇さではその必要性を全く感じないのだが。
ああ、それは私が電話で無理って頼んだんです。最初は断られたんだけどさ、店長さんにどうしてもお願いしますって。
年は
18。
Same as me.
なんでうちで働きたいんだ。
ブラウン管が好きだから。
採用、明日から来い。
それでいいのか。というかこれはコントか、もしかして仕込みか。
ありがとう店長さん。ところでさ、君は誰？
俺のな、聞きたいというのか。いや、やめておけ。それを知ることでお前にも最悪が降りかかるかもしれん。
I thought we established this in the last stream that no, he's 18, just started college not too long ago. Kind of basically me, only I'm 19. But yeah, Okabe is 18. I know he looks old. I know he really, really looks old. The grease-ass hair and being super tall really did not help that, especially the fact that he also had the stubble. But yeah, he is not. He's really 18, I swear.
これまでも多くの人が俺の名を知ったことで機関に狙われた。アメリカのサラ、イタリアのクラウディア、フランスのシモーヌ。これ以上誰かを危険な目に遭わせるわけに
おい、アホな妄想してんじゃねえよ。このバカ男は2階に曲がりしてる岡部倫太郎ってんだ。
岡部ではない。俺は法院。
うるせえ。家賃さらに1000円上乗せするぞ。
岡部倫太郎だ。
君を狙ってるその期間ってのが何なのかわかんないけど、もし困ってんなら私に相談して。岡部倫太郎、そういうの慣れてるからさ。
は？
So okay, look. Sometimes age does not affect certain people. Like, say, for example, nearly every Asian person I know. We do not age for a really, really long time until we start hitting like 50s or 60s or something, and then we somehow plummet. As if all that not aging caught up to us and just smacked us in the face with wrinkles and other stuff. And yeah, oh god. And then there are other times where age kind of just beats the shit out of people. Like Okabe.
Uh-huh.
Stuff like what?
場合によっては手段を選ばず痛めつけてやることも可能だし。
Damn.
Mr. Brown 彼女は採用しない方がいいと思う
Mr. Brun. Whoa, I've never heard him use that tone.
ああ、物騒だな。騒ぎ起こしたらクビにするからな。そもそもその期間なんたらは岡部の創作だから本気にすんな。
創作？
せいぜいそう思ってるがいいさ。
そういうのが流行ってんだ。勉強になったよ。
But someday the world will kneel before me. I don't know why he laughed in his inner monologue. Oh, I guess we're gonna do this part. It's funny is that this part happens like in the first episode of the anime. I guess we're gonna do it now. After I make my way back to the lab, I lug the broken TV down to the Ron Tube workshop for repairs. You know, this is probably like the strangest thing for me, because when watching Steins Gate Zero's anime, I spent a really long time saying, in the visual novel, this happened, in the visual novel, that happened. And now here I am, Steins Gate Elite, saying, huh, in the anime, this happened. Or in the anime, that happened. This is a really, really weird experience for me, now that I think about it. And I'm not sure how I feel about it, because the visual novel is the absolute thing, but like, that's still really, really interesting. I really have to say that.
おう、どうした岡部。
どうしたもこうしたもないですよ。あなたからもらったテレビが壊れた。
おめえ、俺のブラウン管を乱暴に扱いやがったな。愛が足りねえんだよ、愛が。
A muscle-bound bald guy talking about love. I mean, he does wear an apron that that straight up says "I love CRT." It sent shiver down my spine.
修理をお願いしたい。最優先だ。
相変わらず変な話し方だな、おめえって。
I see no sign of Suzuha Amane, the woman from earlier, inside the shop. What I do see are CRT screens everywhere. Haphazard? Wait, I see this word spelled a lot, and I always read it as hazard. Hazard. Now I forgot how I actually read it. Haphazard. Haphazard. The layout makes it seem like junk, but they're all functional, according to Mr. Braun. Got a full range of both old and new. Some of them are probably older than me. There are even some flat screen and HD CRTs that came out just before LCDs took the market.
ああ、これは多分基板のハンダ浮きだな。直せろぜ。
Oh man, if it's the loose solder, that's easy. Solder. So I never learned how that worked.
そうですか。ではよろしく。
待ってろ。見積もり書作ってやる。
金を取るのか？
当たり前だろ。払わねえつもりだったのか。
このテレビはあなたからもらったものだぞ。
だからなんだよ。アフターサービスまでタダでやってやるとは言ってねえぜ。
おのれ。自分を間近のオンボロを押し付けておいて、その言い草とは。
うるせえな。だったら人ってやってもいいんだぞ。家電リサイクル法で回収費ももらうけどな。
横暴だぞ。人類史の未来を変えるやもしれぬ男からたかろうとは。
Yeah, for some reason, the cartoons and like whatever have you that appear on like the CRT TVs are just like really strange and also just lazy.
ああ？それ誰のことだ？
俺のことに決まっているでしょ。
歯磨いて寝ろよガキ。そもそも2階をただ同然で貸してやってるこの俺にそういうこと言うとはいい度胸だな。
修理代は弾もう、ミスター・ブラウン。
I managed to talk to him into giving us a temporary replacement TV in exchange for the repair fee and carry it back to the lab. Oh. See, I'm not used to like the messaging thing. It doesn't really happen that much. Upa's okay. Don't sell it. Upa is super popular, you know? Even more popular than the hero Kakeru-kun. They're so cute, I want to collect them all. It's like how you used to collect black fingerless gloves, remember? Oh no! Okabe had an edgy phase. Oh my god. That's funny. Should I reply? You mean the one that she dropped at the building? Well, we don't really know. I want to see what is the reply to the Indeed, but you would never speak of that to anyone else. It was necessary to seal the abomination like Jordan in the right arm of mine. Oh my god, it's so edgy. Okay, what's the other one though? I don't really give a shit about Kakeru-kun. I have no idea who that is. I don't watch bad anime. Oh, I kind of want to send that one, but I don't want to be rude to Mayuri, so I'm just gonna say the fingerless gloves things because that's funny to me. There, that should do it.